One of the key concepts that you have to learn as a front-end developer is responsive design. Your application should be able to scale perfectly for each and every screen size. Here is a website hero section that I made that scales no matter how much I zoom or unzoom. And also this is a 3D element which I set up using perspective, and I made it responsive as well. And the key to doing that is using a very simple CSS feature. So you learned that you should always use percentages instead of hard-coded values like pixels, which is essential to have responsive design. But even that isn't enough. Some elements can scale using percentages, just like text and perspective. And so another thing that you can use is view width and view height, which controls the size of your elements depending on either the width or the height of the screen. Mostly you want to use view width because it's the one that makes more sense, but even using that isn't enough. You can have even more control on your elements using the CSS clamp method. What it allows you to do is to set a value to your element size, and you do that in view width, and it allows you to add a minimum and a maximum value in pixels. So the best way to use it is to find the view width value that suits you best and putting the minimum value to 1 pixel or less. Why less? Because sometimes you might get problems with border radius or things like that needs a very small size. While the maximum value can be depending on the property which you're manipulating. You can do what seems good to you. You might be shocked by the fact that I didn't mention flexbox or grid, but in my website I actually use flexbox for the elements in the navbar and the text, and they are easy things to manipulate. The only bad thing that can happen is that an element gets too big because of you not using the clamp method, and the entire flexbox collapses. While media queries, you only need them when scaling to different aspect ratios like phones and tablets. And if you are using Tailwind, then you can use the clamp method totally fine. Just put it in square brackets, and it's the same thing as setting a pixel value. And if you are thinking that this is useless because using view width alone can do the job, then you are right. Just test it on your own to see the difference it makes. But I will give you a quick rule to know when to use percentages or view width. Everything that is part of the layout, you use percentages for it, just like margins and translates and positions. While everything else that is content like text, perspective, border radius, line height, you use view width for it. And there it is. You owe me a like for this. Come on, man.